Welcome back
Thanks,
to
man.
the show. I know you're very, very busy, man. You're off to the Emmys very soon because you were nominated. You have 2 shows nominated, Barry and absolutely. And Documentary Now.
Yeah.
Between both of those shows, you have 21 Emmy nominations.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. It's kind of crazy, yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's cool. I'm happy that on Barry that Sarah Goldberg and Anthony Carrigan, who plays NoHo Hank, and Stephen Root, they all got nominated. They've never been nominated before, so that was awesome. Yeah.
That's fantastic, dude.
Yeah.
You're just crushing it.
Thanks.
A lot of people were talking about the episode that you directed. I believe it was Ronnie Lily.
Yeah, Ronnie Lily with the little girl, the little karate girl.
I mean, this karate girl that was just, just beating you up and.
Yeah, the whole episode is this little girl. Her name's Jessie, and she. We wrote this script where she had to do like all types of crazy things, where she had to jump on top of me and fly on walls and crawl up houses and stuff. And I was like, I don't know how we're gonna do this. And I remember my stunt coordinator, Wade Allen, said, there's this little girl, her parents are stunt women and men, and it's a family. It's a whole other story. But they said that she's amazing, and he showed me this video of her running along the top of a roof and jumping onto the hood of a moving car.
You're like,
and I go, why do you have this on your phone?
Why didn't you call the police?
Yeah, you should call the police. She clearly did something wrong. And so she came in, and she was like amazing. And they gave her dad the script, and he read it, and he goes, she's doing this kind of with me and her brothers all the time.
Oh my God.
Like beating you up, and it was just like.
Yeah. And then talk to me about It, Chapter 2.
Yeah.
This is a big deal.
Yeah.
Big movie.
Yeah.
Full-on scary movie, but also a lot of action. And in this, do you do your own stunts in this?
No, well, okay. So like James McAvoy does his own stunts. He can like run up and jump off of things and do a bunch of crazy things.
Yeah.
And everybody is. There's a part where we had to run from the clown, and I ran 4 feet and pulled my groin muscle. I was like, and
really?
fell. And they had to get my stunt guy just to run. Like, the stunt dudes are so stoked to like, what am I doing, bro?
Yeah, we go through a wall, bro.
My God, bro, get me here. That's all you, dude. That's all you. And they were like, I was like, yeah. And the guy was like, I just gotta run. Are you serious?
Like how far?
Haters thing, but like miles, right? And then I get hit by a car?
From here to the camera there?
Are you joking? Where'd you find this dude? And then I had to go and get an ultrasound and I had to get very friendly with a Toronto doctor who was like, oh man. Oh, God, man, how'd you get this? What, are you getting chased by a clown then?
I know that you had to, you give credit to Finn Wolfhard for getting this role from Stranger Things, obviously, and the first It.
Yeah.
I like that guy. Why? Why do you?
Okay, so Finn. So when they asked him who do you want to play you in the sequel, because they all grow up, he said he wanted me to, and then I thought, oh, that's sweet, and my agent sent me a little clip of him saying that, and I was like, oh, that's nice. And then like 3 months later, they were like, hey, you got a meeting to meet with the director of It, and I was like, this Finn kid's like super powerful.
Oh my God, he's running Hollywood.
Yeah, he's like Joffrey. Like, bring him to me. Bring me the man who played Stefan. I want him to play me in the movie. Bring him in here. Little scepter. Get him in here now. Barry, whatever his name is.
Can you set up It Chapter 2? Because the first one was totally frightening and continues to give me nightmares, and it's which is, I guess, what you want from these.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. I would hope so.
It's frightening.
It's terrifying, and then I went to so it's like it's 27 years later. We're all back, and they're trying to kill the
Clown.
freaking clown. And
every 27 years it comes back.
It comes back. And then I was at the premiere, and I normally don't sit in the premiere of things. I kind of like walk red carpet and go, and then I go home. But that one I was like, I want to see it with an audience. And I went, and it's really scary. Like I knew what was happening. I was looking at my feet a lot of the time. And then there's a guy across the aisle from me. My character at one point is put in some real peril where you don't know what's going to happen. And the guy across the aisle was like, uh-oh, dude.
Looks like someone's about to die.
I was kind of like, you seem kind of stoked about this.
Yeah. So I forked over all the cash. See Hater die. It's gonna be pretty sweet.
There we go.
There we go. It was Dennis Miller.
I do want to show everyone a clip. Here's Bill Hader in It, Chapter 2. Before we go to the clip, I just want to say you've been getting great reviews for this film.
Oh, thanks. Yeah.
Congrats on that, dude.
Thank you so much, man.
It's I just love when good things happen to good people. Here's Bill Hader in It, Chapter 2. There you go.
Hey, Richie.
How'd you know my name?
The fun's just beginning. Right?
He said, hey, listen, you think this is funny, right? Think this is some sort of game, huh? Well, just be careful. I'm not afraid of you!
The fun's just beginning. The line from your act, dude. I'm a fan.
Are those your parents?
Yeah.
You want a picture?
You okay, Dean?
I think I'm good.
Okay, cool. Good kid. Jesus, Rich, you don't remember the line from your own show? Don't write my own material.
Bill Hader, everybody!
On and on and on. I said, and it's on and on and on.